May the force be with you. Hello. This is Lord Mago Manifesto. Here in lak'ech channel. Imagine, inspire, reflect. I'd like to give you guys all a blessing by saying, in lak'ech, I am another you. Alakin, I am another yourself. And Namaste. I see the divine within you. And yeah, I will keep going with these videos describing the day signs and the galactic tones of the Solcan calendar. And I will make other videos of two specific days I did not make because of Wi-Fi problem with that, which I have now. Oh, 9:33. 33 has been popping up everywhere lately for the past month. This is not part of the video, I'm just saying now. But 33 is part of the Ascended Masters, sort of letting you know to sort of be aware of what you're doing and if it's righteous or if it's not, or if it's just you feeling what you're feeling is right for you. And other than that, I'm feeling great. So, well, with a little bit of tired, in back of all this hyperactive video time characteristics. Today's galactic tone is 12, also known as crystal tone, and understanding. In Quichen language, Kab'lajuj. The day sign, the sun sign, is star. Anil in Quiche y Lamat in Yucatan dialect. Okay, since I started with 12, I will go with my notes on 12. Becoming a totality to a future whole and accepting change. Teaching yourself and others wisdom of all kinds. Being true to a dedicated field of studies will be understood with more emphasis. Appreciating crystals, making them part of a collective blessing, generates cooperation with all beings. And now, star. The light of the star is in all directions, shining over our gifts and talents. Having conversations with a specific point of view. Believing in oneself's generous love will dissolve unwanted distractions. Relearning the beliefs that we once knew to an abundant new start. Surrounding yourself with plants and vegetations are a good way to be within and thus everything else. Alright, my notes on star and 12. These two energies together, lock together. And we are at number 12. In other words, the tree has flowers. It's blooming. It has cherries coming out of them, plums, crab apples, lemons, limes, and that is practically the tree characteristics, the image of the tree, with 10 and 11 and 12, you can say. Those energies are making the tree look alive. Now tomorrow is the completion, so the fruit is maduro. In other words, it is ripe. It's a mango that's ripe. It's an avocado that's ripe. And that's the completion of it all. But today we are in the totality. We feel at one with ourselves, which is always a great value and moral support to yourselves. Morals. And we bring ourselves connected to the source, knowing that we are aligned with knowing that knowing is being the master of our own future and present, and having our past teaching us what we could and what we can do. We allow ourselves to become beginners. Like I say to myself, I said to myself today, I was just like, I'm making these videos. I'm just a beginner, I tell my friend, it's just like, hey, this is just the beginning. Everything is there, and it's just going to sprout, and it's going to make more, it's going to have more taste. It's like a fruit, more taste, more colors. And I'm doing my best. And all that is just part of anybody's creation when they want to put passion and energy into something that's really, hey, it's surrounding us and it's reaching to you and it's part of us. So today I definitely had a moment in the morning with the sunrise, and it was magical because the sun has always been a father figure to me. And so you see the sun rising, and it's just a light that blinds you, but enough to let you know that it's strong, and it warms you with such yellow color, and it took out my crystals immediately. While I was doing my notes, I'm like, crystal tone. Today I was charging my crystals practically in the morning and at lunch. So let me not get ahead of myself. The sunrise, and that's enough proof of knowing that we can rise at any occasion. If something that big is rising from the horizon, that is practically us rising also, since we're part of everything else. And I start reading about a lot of Mayan studies and at the website that I usually go to, but there's several more. But The one that I put in the description is pretty much the main one that I go to. There's this section called Learning Lab. So if you go there, there's a lot of information. And the Mayan cross gives you a heads up on your future. Gives you a heads up on knowing that your four corners start being the glyph actually showing four corners, showing the germination of a new start, of an abundant, joyful living. Our cross shows that we have mantras because the specific nahuales, meaning your glimpse, are at your head, at your heart, at your right, at your left, and at your feet. So those specific nahuales, if you say them in Quiche language, they bring you into a state of meditated state, meaning it's a mantra. So I knew about the cross before, but just today reading it, it gave me more passion to actually use it while at work. And mine's happen to be Emox, Toch, Ak Abal, Tishkin, Ni Och. So I'm just reading it so I don't mess up, but I really had it in my mind. And I was just like awesome, and I felt awesome every single time I said it. And you can project this always within yourself and throughout your day within your auric field. And whatever beliefs you have, it doesn't matter. You just bring it and you add it in to your lifestyle. And it's a mantra, so it brings your mind into even a psychological balance. And it makes your connection to your spirit guides stronger. It being from any kind of culture, I would say, because these teachings and this heritage is very ancient, very ancient. It goes back to Atlantis times. It goes back to even the start of the dialects and languages and the timekeeping and the space keeping. I mean, the the viewing of space, all that history was part of Mayans' way of learning ourselves within our ancestors. So I felt very, very impacted seeing my mantra once again and just using it this time. And while at work, I had that great feeling of understanding the knowledge that is understood, and I felt abundant. So it had the energy of star and had the energy of 12. Also, when I went to break and all that, I had to call a company. Ironically, their title is N star. I don't know if I should be saying that, but whatever. They just didn't answer. But I know the stars are answering. But this is just the beginning, you know? The fact that you know that there's connections between things, and the real reason why people even have them in their titles and all that, it's because they're inspired. So I got inspired to make to tell you guys this. So it's a start of something that is always gonna be part of my videos. I always show this kind of connecting the dots kind of thing. It's ironic, synchronized. Then I talked to E.T., my buddy E.T. Gosh, the more I see him, the more I see an ancient alien. Wow, I'm so cliche. An ancient alien! I'm not kidding. While at break, I actually had a moment sitting within the vegetation in the bushes, and I was just meditating. It felt great. I must have meditated for 10 minutes. Just there, gradually breathing, reciting my mantra, my new mantra, and just breathing. And I gave out a signal, and I got a signal back. The winds are a magnificent way to know if you're actually plugged into a frequency, for sure. And it's funny because I thought the message was going to be from somebody, like somebody was going to speak, and then I switched up my thought, and I'm just like, no, I need another and then the message was like, I thought it, and it came before it happened. It's like one of these videos that I saw, actually 2 videos of a spiritual coach I have that I see, and she says that she mentioned something, and then wind comes through it, and I just think of the heart chakra being the strongest chakra that we're getting to. So we get to that point of knowing that we're close to the love. So the love being mother, the love being the skies. But since we're here in these planes, the elements work with us. And also supernatural stuff, which meaning like the guy actually said something before, and the answer came right when he was asking the question. So it was one of those. And the wind picked up, and it was super hot, and there was no wind at all. So when that happened, it was amazing. I was very in the middle of the meditation, so I was feeling very tranquil. My friends were there watching, but they just know me for who I am. I really don't get judged anymore, you can say. And I had my crystals out, crystal tone, and I gave them water and all that. And E.T. actually came to me once I was done with my meditation, and I was actually playing with a caterpillar that was super thick, and it was like furry with orange hairs and brown and all that. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, that bug is super, like, yeah, juicy. And I was just like guiding him, just, Once again, I feel like I'm bugging the bugs, but I wasn't. This time I was just trying to get him out of my leg area because I didn't want him to crawl on me. And then E.T., me and him were speaking in Spanish. He's like, yeah, some of those caterpillars actually bite. And I'm like, "Urgh." So that was funny. But he needed help translating, and I was able to help him in that area. Not to say it's just beautiful vegetation, green, 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 green. So I'm just like helping him out. And he's just giving me blessings, which is a beautiful thing to hear. Very humble blessings, nothing like, oh yeah, sure, thanks, no, it's just like, you know what, thank you, you're the man, it's like one of those, like I have to really talk in Spanish to explain it, but no biggie. I definitely felt connected to also speaking to him about a specific chi master who mastered his chi enough to create heat from his hands, and he used his chakra of the pelix, but he used his sacral and his heart, I believe so, and you can check him up, John Chang. He passed away, and I know he hears me by me saying his name. Little do I know. Or maybe not. Maybe he's very far away from my soul lineage, but hey, I saw him and I connected with him immensely. And, you know, we didn't really get in any dispute with E.T. E.T. was very open to it, and even he also told me about how when he saw the crystal, he's like, "Oh, jade, you have jade?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I wear it all the time." He's like, "Yeah, the Mayans love jade." You know, he's a religious man. He didn't judge me at all. And I'm like, "Yeah, I love crystals. They have a certain vibration, and here or there, blah blah blah." And I actually just explained a little bit because, you know, I don't want to infiltrate anybody's free will. But hey, this guy is already in his own belief, so maybe I wasn't really infiltrating. We were meshing. That was a great thing. That was definitely something that I noticed about my interactions today, and plus just really being myself with the energies of crystal, tone, and star. And I definitely I'm definitely hearing more little subliminal messages from ET. I don't know why I keep talking about this dude, but he just tells me things like, he sounds like a wanderer. He's like, by wanderer I mean it has to do with a reference of David Wilcock and yeah, his teachings and some of his book, The Synchronicity Key, amazing book. But yeah, he explains. He just tells me that he doesn't know why he's here. You know, he's here for his kids, and I'm like, hey, it's a mission. I'm like, it's a mission. You have to do what you got to do. He's like, yeah, that's true. You know, I really would love to just go back home, and I'm just thinking, whoa, this is epic. He doesn't even know what I think of him, so don't think he's just giving me like, you know, you know, around the around the bush kind of stuff. But I just, whatever. And we were talking about blood type, and he told me that his wife has rare RH blood, which is the most rarest blood type ever. I think RH positive, RH negative, but he said RH instead of AB. And this guy actually has done humanity work, meaning he's been around the world a little bit here and there, not United States now, but yeah, pretty much. It's kind of, once again, I connect the dots to somebody who is ET. You know, that just makes me, have an epic story of just, hey, just think what you want, leave it in the clouds. And I just wanted to show something here that I made for my girl. I got her this, and her birthday was on Friday, number 9, Serpent Chikchang. And I actually did not make a video that day because I was super busy. But I will make a video of 9 and 11, which I missed out because I have an epic story to tell you about. So you see those crystals, crystals, and that awesome incense holder. So some inspiration and some art that I'm showing you guys. But overall, I had a good day. I'm still tired, obviously. Who doesn't feel tired after doing physical work? And I end this with peace and love within and out. And I'll see you next time. An lak'ech channel. Peace out.